Okay, hello students, how are you? Last class, we were talking with your classmates, the ones that were present, that mm, we have to go faster than we are going now, okay? So, I'm sorry that this is uploading quite late, but you have to do this before next Saturday, so I think that you have time. Okay, great. So we work with Unit 6B, okay, the third Friday in June unit, and we work with the grammar bank exercises of Unit 6C, making music. As homework, you had to finish the exercises related to vocabulary of Unit 6, okay? So last class on that it was on Saturday, the third, I think, the third or the fourth, okay? September the 3rd or the 4th. We were dealing with past simple. Maybe you realized that in the WhatsApp group, your classmate were sending some pictures about the regular and irregular verbs, okay? So in that class, we were working with the structure, the uses, and also the pronunciation. We made like a quick comparison between the past simple and the present perfect because now we had to work with past simple, okay? Past simple, regular and irregular, affirmative, negative, and interrogative statements, okay? And before the year ends, we have to finish all the units, okay? The principal, Pamela, told me that if we if we finish unit 10, it's okay, but it will be better if we finish all the units of this book because next year you are not going to deal with the topics that you deal this year with this book because in first year and in second year the topics and the structures are very similar, okay? So the book that you are going to use next year is quite heavier than these ones, okay? But don't worry, because as I explained to your classmates last class that some of you were absent, um, the new topic or the new structure is past simple, but more or less you know something about this, okay? Also, if we look at the other units, there are, you already know that structure because we work with this structure at the beginning of the year when we were dealing with objects and descriptions, okay? So there is and there are, I think that it's quite well, okay? And then we have to deal with there was, there were, that they are super similar. The only difference is that one happens in the present and the other happened in the past, okay? And we have to change the verb to be from the present to the past. That's why it changed like there is and there was, there are, there were, okay? About the vocabulary, also objects in the house, rooms in the house, you already know that. Prepositions, place, and movement also we work with different prepositions. In the book, we only had to deal with on, in, under but through games, Kahoot, and the PowerPoint, we dealt with other prepositions. I don't know if you remember that we deal with on, in, under, between, behind, in front of, next to. Okay. Then we have in unit number 9, okay, here, countable and uncountable nouns, okay. These articles, a and, we already work with these, some, any, quantifiers, how much, how many, a lot of. I think that these two little units are the more, the, yes, like the most new ones, I don't know. And the vocabulary, food, drink, food containers. About comparative adjectives, look here. Unit 9C and Unit 10A. The structure, the grammatical structures are comparative adjectives and superlative adjectives. One class you ask, what about the comparative adjectives and the superlatives? And I already explained that, and I think that we played some games to practice that new, those new structures. So this, it's going to be like a revision, just that. And then, okay, be going to, will, that is the future, okay? So we were working with the present, okay, present simple, present continuous. Now, these classes, we have to work with past simple, and then we move to the present, to the future, sorry, to the future, okay? Ways to express the future, because future is not a tense. So we are going to deal with be going to, that it's super easy for us, for Argentinian people, because we always use this structure in Spanish. We are always saying yo voy a hacer tal cosa, yo voy a hacer tal otra, nosotros vamos a ir a, no sé, bla, bla, bla. So that structure is super similar in English because it's be going to. Si quiero decir, yo voy a ir a Brasil. I am going to travel to Brazil next year or next summer, okay? So it's super simple, don't worry. Then, okay, adverbs, verbs, this is not important at all. And the unit 12, I think that you have to at least have like I don't know how to say passive. I think that it's base. Okay. To start with, so the next year you're going to keep working with present perfect. And here it's the comparison that I talked before of present perfect versus past simple. When do we use past simple and when do we use present perfect? That also it's quite easy. Okay, so I think that it's very important for you to listen to this, okay? Some of your partners already know this, but it's okay. Past simple. The uses of past simple. We use past simple when we want to talk about something, okay, that it was true or that happened in the past, that started in the past and finished in the past, okay? So, for example, this is today, okay, today is September the 12th, okay? So, okay, wait a minute. Okay, today, okay, today. You started or you went, okay, you went to high school in, I don't know, 2012, okay, and you finished high school or you graduate from high school last year, okay. So it started in, ok, voy a poner el mío para ser más fácil porque si no me voy a marear. Ok, I started secondary school at 2007. Okay, and I finished high school in 2012. Okay, so if I want to talk about my secondary school, I have to say I went to high school, or I went to Loy Ortega High School. Okay, I went because I started in 2007 and I finished in 2012. Okay, another example could be I studied English in Josefina Conte, and that's it. I studied English in Josefina Conte. Let's try to go to the point, okay, of the uses of past simple. I studied. Why I say I studied? Why I use the past in studied English in Josefina Conte? Because if I say I study English, I keep studying, okay. But in Josefina Conte, I started studying in 2008 and I finished studying English in Josefina Conte in 2019, I think so. So when do we use past simple? We use past simple to talk about something, an event or whatever, something that started in the past and finished in the past. Okay, so there we use past simple. Okay, if I say, for example, he lived in Barcelona, y creo que es el mismo ejemplo que di en clase. He lived in Barcelona last year. Okay. He lived in Barcelona last year, el año pasado. He lived. So if I read this, okay, I'm reading this sentence. He lived in Barcelona last year. The meaning of the sentence is that today, September of 2021, he doesn't live in Barcelona anymore. He nowadays live in another country or in another city. Why? Because he started living in the past in Barcelona, but he finished living there, okay? He's not living in Barcelona anymore, okay? That's why we use past simple to say, okay, he started, but he finished. It started, but it finished. Ya no está pasando más ahora. Si empezó en el pasado y continúa en el presente, eso ya es otra cosa que vamos a dar más adelante. Okay, that it's present perfect. Okay, something that started in the past and continues in the present. Okay. For example, ya le voy a dar el ejemplo total, ya se los di a los otros, así que se los voy a dar a ustedes también. Por ejemplo, si yo digo, I have lived in Corrientes since 1994, ¿ok? Esto es presente simple. ¿Por qué yo no digo I lived in Corrientes? Because nowadays, okay, I keep living here, okay? Sigo viviendo en Corrientes, sigo viviendo acá. Entonces no puedo decir lived. Yo vivía en Corrientes, no, porque sigo viviendo. Entonces, ahí uso presente perfecto. I have lived in Corrientes since 1994. Entonces, con la primera oración la de he, nos da a entender que en algún momento del pasado, él, ok, wait a minute, en algún momento del pasado, él vivió en Barcelona, pero el año pasado, en el 2020, terminó de vivir y ya no vive ahí. Ok, mientras que con the present perfect structure, sorry, okay, with the present perfect structure, this I have lived in Corrientes since 1994, okay. It started in 1994 and continues nowadays, okay. Sigo viviendo acá. Entonces, por eso se usa el presente perfecto, algo que comenzó en el pasado, pero que continúa en el presente. Ok. Sigamos enfocándonos en el pasado. Ok. Lived. Algo que comenzó y terminó en el pasado. Y eso es todo. Ok. O algo que era verdad y ya no es verdad. Tipo, por ejemplo, decir, yo era estudiante. I was a student, but now I am a doctor. Ok. I was a student, but now, oh, we were students, but now we are architects, ¿ok? Entonces ahí también usamos pasado simple. Okay, do you have any questions? Okay, now let's go here. Wait a minute. Okay, let's try to do this. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I'm not going to lie to you. This is an old PowerPoint, but I think that it's going to work, okay? Now let's talk about regulars and irregular verbs, okay? Hello, how are you today? Are you fine? Are you happy? How are you today, people? Déjenme en los comentarios abajo. Ay, espero que miren este video, chicos, si no me voy a enojar. Okay, hello, how are you today? I'm fine, whatever. Okay, regular verbs. Here there are 3 regular verbs, okay? Look, work, and study. What is a regular verb? A regular verb in the past, it's a verb that we only, okay, we only have to add the, ed, or ied to make the past simple form, okay? So let's go with the first one. Look. Okay, what do you think? Do we have to add ded or ied? Oh, very good. It was ed. Looked, okay. And let's pay attention to the pronunciation, okay? This option, it's to pronounce like ed. For example, in decide, decide, el sonido, el último sonido de decide es una D, okay? Decide. And we add a D, okay, a letter D to form the past form of this verb, okay? Decide. To decide, and if I want to say in the past, okay, that you decide to go to the restaurant, the past form of this verb is you decided to go to the restaurant, or I decided to study Chinese, okay? Decided. But we don't say it, look it, okay? We don't say it, look it. We only use the pronunciation ed, okay? The decided or created, okay? When the verb ends with the sound D or T, okay? D or T. There we say, okay, decided, created, and in the WhatsApp group, you have the other, you have the other examples, okay? So pay attention to pronunciation here. So we don't say look it, okay? We say looked, looked, looked. Then we work, worked, study, studied, okay? There we change the Y letter to the I, and then we add ED. So that's the general rule, okay? We add D, ED, or IED to the infinitive form of the verb to create the past simple form of the verb of regular verbs, okay? Because then there are some irregular verbs, okay? The irregular verbs change the whole word, let's say, or just a part of it, or it changed the pronunciation. Here there are three irregular verbs: go, do, and read. Okay, do, it's one of the most important verbs because um, it is a verb and also it is an auxiliary. Okay, in present simple, it's the auxiliary do, does, don't, doesn't, and in the past we're going to see what is the auxiliary, okay, here in the past simple. So irregular verbs change maybe the whole word, okay? Word. Here, go and the past is went, okay? Go and went. I went to university. Then do. The past form of do is did. Did you do the homework yesterday? Yes, I did my homework yesterday. I did it in the living room. Okay. Did is the past form of do. And the past form of read, I read a book every day. Oh, what happened here? It changes the pronunciation. Okay. So you write the word is the same. Okay. You are going to write at the same way, but you have to pronounce different. You have to pronounce the past form as read. Okay, I read a wonderful book last month. Okay, I read, but I read magazines every day. But last month, I read a wonderful book. Okay, so the past is read. So the infinitives go, do, read, and the past went, did, and read. Okay, so irregulars. You also have all the examples and all the, you have the chart in the WhatsApp group, okay? Let's go to the negative form. So I say that do, it's the auxiliary in the present, with the present simple, and did is the auxiliary and the past simple tense, okay? So whenever you have the auxiliary, for example, here in the negative form, okay, the infinitive is go. The past form of go is went. But if we are talking in the negative form of the past simple, we use the auxiliary didn't, okay? Didn't. And the verb is in its infinitive form. Why? Because the past is here. The past is in didn't, okay? But if I say I went to school, okay, the past is in went, okay, in the form of the verb. But here the past is in the auxiliary, let's say, okay? So I didn't go to school. I didn't do the homework. We don't say I didn't did the homework, okay? the verb is always in the infinitive form because the auxiliary didn't is there, okay? I didn't do the homework. Great. Now, let's go with regular verbs, okay? So look at the picture. What verb we are going to use here? Looked, worked, or studied? Looked. Looked for a book. Here. Looked, worked, or studied? Worked, of course. And the last one, the irregular verbs went, did, and read. Yes, it's read. Okay, read a book. I read a book yesterday. Good job. So, regular and irregular verbs, negative form with didn't. And now let's go to the interrogative form, okay? The interrogative form of the past simple. So we say that the auxiliaries are did and didn't. When we want to form a question, okay, we use the formula that I teach you that it was auxiliary plus subject or person, okay? Subject, person plus the verb and the rest of the question. So we say, did you do the homework? Did you do the homework yesterday? Did you do the homework yesterday, people? No, right? Okay, so auxiliary did. Oh my God, wait a minute. What is that? Auxiliary, oh great. Subject, you. Verb, in infinitive, okay, because the past is here in did. Did you do the homework? Okay, and the rest of the question, the homework yesterday. Great. The other formula is WH word, auxiliary, subject, or person, and the verb in infinitive and all the rest of the question. Great. So I ask, did you do the homework? But now I want to know where did he go yesterday? ¿A dónde se fue? Where did he go yesterday? So again, WH word, where, auxiliary did, subject he, verb and infinitive go, and the rest of the question yesterday. Where did he go yesterday? Okay, pay attention here. With the subject you and with the subject he, in both we use did, okay, and the verb in infinitive. But what happened when we answer these questions? Where did he go yesterday? He went to the park yesterday. So something really nice about past simple, and yes, about past simple, is that the past simple form of the verbs are the same in you, in he, in she. Okay, it's not like present simple that we have to change. Like, okay, I do my homework, but he does his homework. I eat, but she eats. Okay, that we have to add the es in he, she, and it. Okay, here in the past simple, no. We use did, went, read, Ate, made, cooked, studied. We use all the verbs, the past simple form of all the verbs with all the pronouns on all the subjects and all the persons, okay? So there isn't any difference between the subjects, okay? So I can say he went to the park yesterday or she went to Brazil, but also I can say we went to school yesterday o last month, last year. Vamos a cambiar un poco ya de cosas. Ok, fíjense, siempre es lo mismo. Went, went, went. And when we use the negative form, okay, the verb is always in its infinitive form. Okay, so we say he didn't go to the supermarket. Okay, he didn't go. He didn't go, no got. He didn't go. Or I read a book. I didn't read a magazine. Justo elegí el ejemplo más horrible, pero bueno, cambia la pronunciación, ¿ok? I, a ver. I did my homework, but I didn't do his homework. Okay? When we use didn't, the verb is in infinitive, and that's it, okay? That's it. Great. Okay, so present, no, past, simple, regular, and irregular verbs, okay? Affirmative, negative, and interrogative form. Okay, you're good. Pronunciation of the endings too. Checked. Okay. Now let's move to was and where. This is quite easy. Okay, so don't worry. So present simple of verb to be is I am, you are. Oh, wait a minute. I am, you are, he, she is, okay, it, he, she, it is, and we, you, and they are, okay? So this is the present simple form. I am, you are, he, she, and it is, and we are, you are, they are. Okay, you already know this. Now, what happened with the past? The past simple, it's quite similar, okay? So don't worry. Past simple of the verb to be. You know, I was, you were, he, she, and it was, okay. He was, she was, it was. And then again, we, you, and they were. Okay, I said that they were quite similar, okay? You are, you were. We, you, and they are. We, you, and they were. He, she, it is. He, she, it was. Okay. La única diferencia está en el I que es como que se junta con he, she, and it, y le dice, vamos a tener was, okay, I was. So, the past simple, the form of the verb to be is was and were, and that's it. And in the present simple, okay, it's am, is, are. But here, just two of them, okay? Was and were. And the negative is wasn't, weren't, and that's it. Okay, that it's the negative form of these verb, okay? Wasn't and weren't. Oh, sorry. Weren't. Wasn't and weren't. That it's the negative form, okay? And if you want to make a question, you say, was he at the party yesterday? At the party yesterday? Party, yeah. Was he at the party yesterday? Were you tired last night? Anoche estabas cansado. Were you tired? Y fíjense que volvemos, bueno, a la fórmula, pero está un poco distinto porque el verbo es was and were, so it's it's like when we make questions in the present, that we say, are you happy? Are you a student? Is he a doctor? Okay, the same here. Was he at the party yesterday? Were you tired last night? Okay. So the verb of the auxiliary that was aware, okay, at the beginning, and then the subject of the person and the rest of the question. And we answer, yes, he was, no, he wasn't, or were you tired last night? Yes, I was, no, I wasn't. Okay, the short answers of these questions. Okay, so that's it. That's all the explanation of past simple. If you have any question, you know that you have to, okay, sorry. You can ask, okay. Hello, teacher, I don't understand this. Que me lo van a preguntar viernes a la noche si con suerte y con todo el amor del mundo ven este video. Ok, so, ¿cuál es la tarea? Terminar la unidad 7. Vamos a empezar a trabajar con unidades enteras, así. La unidad 7A ya más o menos la estuvimos trabajando con los chicos en clase. Así que ahora van a tener que trabajar la unidad 7B y C, ¿ok? Vamos a trabajar en clase la 8A. A ver, vamos a la página 54 del Student's Book. Student's Book. Okay, we'll work with this. Selfies. Okay, do you know him? Yes, no, esto es lo que trabajamos la clase pasada. Um, you had to listen to the audio, okay, and check your answers, and then you have to listen again and choose the correct option there. But as you don't have the audio, okay, you have to deal with exercise D. Exercise D, yes. Look at the highlighted verbs in C and complete the chart, okay? The past form of those verbs. Then you have to read the biographies there. Okay, do the reading task, okay? The reading task there, reading. All the reading task. Do, okay. And that's it, okay? Oh, no. Just made from this. Okay, then, yes, just that. Look at the two, blah, blah, blah. Are there words, verbs of now? Oh, yes, you also have to do vocabulary. Okay. Then, Unit 7B. Okay, estoy diciendo mucho ok, perdón. Wrong name, wrong place. Reading and listening. Okay. Only do the listening part. Okay. No, the reading part. Sorry. Read the rest of the story, put the parts in the correct order. Okay, so exercise B, yes. And exercise D, no, because it says you're going to listen to another true story. Before you listen, read the sentences. You can do that, okay? Exercise D, you can do that, and then um we check in the class. Number 2, grammar, okay. And that's it. Solamente eso. No, no, no nos vamos a complicar a la parte de reading y la parte de grammar. Y acá en este solamente hagan lo de grammar, ¿ok? Solamente lo de grammar. Solamente eso. Y péguenle una leída al reading, ¿ok? De Andy, Jenny and Mina. Entonces ya no lo tienen que leer en clase. Ahorramos tiempo con eso y hacemos las actividades ya con eso leído, ¿ok? Ok, súper. Solamente eso. El reading, el ejercicio de grammar. Vamos a pasar a limpio, ¿ok? Unidad 7A, todo lo que puedan hacer que no necesite audio, hasta la parte de vocabulary, ¿ok? Solamente eso, lo otro no. Speaking, obviamente lo vamos a hacer en clase. Unidad 7B, todo lo que sea reading, hasta el ejercicio D, donde ustedes pueden ya como ordenar las oraciones en, como dice, en logical order, y después chequeamos en clase. Y acá solamente este pequeño cuadrito de grammar, ¿ok? Solamente eso. Ay, bueno, y esto lo hicimos en clase, esto lo trabajamos en clase. Ah, esto también lo trabajamos en clase, así que los chicos que no lo tienen hecho, por favor, háganlo. Vocabulary, past time expressions, you have to order, ok, tienen que ordenar como de lo más cercano a lo más lejano. Y empieza con 5 minutes ago, y ahí tienen que numerar del 1 al 10. Bueno, y acá solamente leer, ok, no hacer los ejercicios de reading, no los hagan, solamente lean y hagan solo este ejercicio de grammar past simple, ¿ok? With a partner, bueno, ustedes lo van a tener que hacer solos y traten de hacerlo como sin mirar la tablita, si es posible, if possible, please, ¿ok? Pueden ver acá y bueno, traten ahí de completar sin hacer trampa. Así que eso sería todo. Nos estaríamos viendo el sábado que viene, ¿ok? Have a nice week and see you next Saturday. Bye bye.